My name is Tessa, and until that Tuesday morning, I believe my life was invisible to danger. I was 27 years old, living in Portland, Oregon, working as an elementary school art teacher. My days were filled with paint-stained hands, laughter, and the joy of watching 7-year-olds discover how colors came alive when mixed together. Teaching gave my life purpose in a way I never expected. And I went home every afternoon tired, but fulfilled that I lived alone in a small rental house. 10 minutes from the school. It wasn't fancy, but it felt safe. Hardwood floors creaked when I walked, and a tiny backyard struggled to keep the vegetables I planted alive. My neighbors waved, watched out for packages, and made the street feel protected. And my family was close. My younger brother Gavin lived across town. And every Wednesday night we gathered at my parents' house for dinner. My mother worried about everything. My father showed love through quiet actions. It was a predictable life, and predictability made me feel protected. Each weekday morning followed the same routine. I woke at 6, got dressed, and walked 3 blocks to Mosaic Brew. The coffee shop felt like an extension of my home. Exposed brick walls, mismatched chairs, and a warm smell of espresso greeted me every day. Sierra, the morning barista with purple hair, always knew my order before I spoke. A medium vanilla latte with oat milk. I thought routine meant safety. I thought familiarity meant protection. I didn't realize that someone else was learning my routine too. While I was busy living quietly, someone was watching, studying, memorizing, and waiting. That Tuesday began like every other. Cool spring air, fog hanging low, the comforting smell of coffee. As I walked into Mosaic Brew at exactly 6:45 a.m., the shop was quiet. A woman reading by the window, a man working on a laptop, and another man near the door I didn't recognize. He looked ordinary, too ordinary to remember that. I smiled at Sierra, but something was wrong. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. Her hands moved fast, nervous. She kept glancing toward the man by the door. I assumed she was tired. Opening shifts are brutal. She made my drink quickly and handed it to me, without her usual small talk. When our eyes met, I felt something twist in my chest. Fear, urgency. Her hand trembled as she let go of the cup. I looked down, expecting a smiley face. Instead, I saw 7 words written in hurried black ink. Don't drink this, act normal and leave. My brain froze for a second. I thought it was a joke, then I looked up. Sierra shook her head ever so slightly and mouthed one word. Now cold panic spread through my body. I didn't ask questions. I turned and walked toward the door, forcing my pace to stay calm. I passed the man near the entrance. His eyes lifted from his phone. In that instant, I knew he wasn't scrolling. He was watching me, Doc. He followed me outside the moment my feet hit the sidewalk. I dropped the cup and ran. I ran harder than I ever had before. My heart slammed against my ribs. Footsteps, thunder behind me. Heavy and fast. I didn't look back. I couldn't. My house was 3 blocks away. But I knew I wouldn't make it. My keys were buried in my bag. Even if I reached the door, he'd catch me. Damn. Mind raced. I needed people. I needed safety. Then I remembered the fire station 1 block away. I turned sharply, nearly slipping on the damp pavement. The footsteps behind me hesitated for half a second, and that was enough that I burst through the fire station door, gasping. Sobbing, 2 firefighters looked up in shock. Someone's chasing me, I managed to say point. 1 firefighter stepped outside immediately. The other guided me behind a fire truck and told me I was safe. I crouched there shaking, trying to breathe. Then I heard voices outside. The man's voice was calm, friendly. He said he was looking for his girlfriend. He described me perfectly. The firefighter didn't hesitate. She told him no one matching that description was there. After a long silence, footsteps walked away. Police arrived minutes later. My body didn't stop shaking. I gave a description that barely felt real. They took me back to Mosaic Brew. The shop was closed. Sierra was crying behind the counter. When she saw me, she ran forward and hugged me. She told the police what she had seen. The syringe, the way he watched me, the way he positioned himself near the exit. She saved my life by paying attention. Police found him 2 hours later in a dark blue sedan parked near my house. Inside the car were zip ties, duct tape, a hunting knife, and a syringe filled with a powerful sedative. In the back seat was a folder filled with photographs of me, doing normal things, living my life. That he had been watching me for 6 weeks. His name was Gregory Linden. No criminal record, no connection to me. He first noticed me at a random coffee shop months earlier and followed me home. That he learned everything. My schedule, my routes, my habits. That Tuesday he planned to make his move. That he was charged and convicted. 15 years in prison. That I testified without looking at him. My hand shook the entire time. Afterward, I couldn't return to my house. I moved into a secure apartment downtown. My brother stayed with me for days until I could sleep again. Life didn't go back to normal. It never could. But I learned something powerful. I still teach art. I still love watching children discover color and creativity. But I'm no longer careless with routine. I pay attention now. Sierra and I became real friends. Every time she handed me a latte with a small heart on the cup, I remember how close I came to disappearing. That I asked her once why she did it. She said something felt wrong. I couldn't ignore it. 7 words saved my life. Now I try to notice, to care, to be brave, because sometimes paying attention is everything.